it simply, how big a game is this on Wednesday night?
I get asked the same question before every game, and the answer is still the same. Since I've came through the door, every game has been massively important, and of course the next one is always the most important. So Wednesday night is the biggest game of the season. There's no doubt about that. A hell of a lot to play for both teams, and it's a game that we need to approach with the mindset of how do we win the game. It's as simple as that. I don't think Kilmarnock need to have the same approach. I think their probably motive coming into the game will be to avoid defeat, but from our point of view, we have to go and attack Kilmarnock, and we have to go and try and take maximum points. Simple as that.
And it's still in your own hands. If you win on Wednesday, you go above them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, we're obviously all bitterly disappointed with the last three results, and the manner and the goals that we've conceded in the last three games has been extremely frustrating. But at the same time, there is a positive spin on it in terms of the fact that we're still in the fight. I always believed it was going to go right to the wire. We never got carried away when we went on that 3-game winning streak. I think before the Hibs game, a few games back, when we were sitting 5 points adrift at the bottom, if you had have offered me the chance then to be still in the mix with 2 games to go and to still have an opportunity to put things right, then I think we all would have taken it. Obviously if we win the game on Wednesday night, it puts us in a really good position going into the last game of the season on Sunday, when obviously Kilmarnock and Ross County are playing each other, so something has to give in that fixture. But we can't get too far ahead of ourselves. We have to focus on this one game on Wednesday and approach it in the right manner.
Is this going to come down to which set of players has the calmest heads on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think managing emotions is extremely important at this stage of the season, especially with the severity of what's at stake. I think you do need calm heads and cool heads at key moments, but at the same time you still need to show that level of passion and desire and commitment. So I suppose it's trying to get the balance right between being at it and being aggressive, but not being rash and making poor decisions.
So final one from me. I mean, just in the build-up to a game like this with so much hanging on it, I mean, is the relegation word something that has been mentioned at all in any of your talks or discussions with your players? Or?
Listen, we don't need to, overemphasise what's at stake to the players. They're well aware. We are still in the fight. I mean, that's the biggest thing to me. And that's, we had a meeting this morning, and we cannot continuously talk about what's been and what's past. There is obviously still a level of frustration at the goals that we conceded on Saturday, but I've not dwelled on it. The focus this morning in training and in the meetings has all been on Wednesday. It's not a case of just brushing what's happened under the carpet. Of course we have to analyse that, and we have to highlight the issues that raise their heads, but we have to learn from it. But I don't want the players thinking about what's been and what's past. It's all about the here and now. It's all about Wednesday night. It's all about making sure that we're fired up, that we're in a good place mentally, and it's really important that we give ourselves the best chance to win the game. And to do that, we have to defend better. We have to show a bit more resilience. Something that we had been getting a lot of plaudits and pats on the back for 3 games ago. Unfortunately, recently, we've shot ourselves in the foot on too many occasions. The first goal on Wednesday is going to be crucial, and we need to try and make sure that we get it.
You seen time at the weekend, Jim, what have you done to get yourself up and to get the players up?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think we were all feeling a little bit disappointed after the game on Saturday, to say the least, because the manner and the goals that we conceded. We've made some big individual mistakes again, which have, unfortunately cost us valuable points. And, I've said it on too many occasions now already, but I'm sure every manager is the same. We can all accept losing when opposition teams pass you off the park and score terrific goals, but when you're causing your own problems by poor decision making and indecisiveness, things that we can control and we can avoid, then that's where the frustration comes in. So listen, we're all very much in it together here. There's no pointing the finger at any one person, or we're all as responsible for the situation, and we're all as determined to get out of it. And the only way we are going to get out of it is by team spirit, togetherness, and working hard for each other. But importantly, It's to make good decisions at those key moments.
You said you had a meeting this morning. Was there any one key message that you had for the players?
The key message was to not feel sorry for ourselves. I don't want to see anybody mumping and moaning about the place. I want to see everybody nice and bright, which I think I got in training this morning. There was a real positive reaction. As I said, we're not, brushing anything under the carpet. We have spoke about the mistakes that we made on Saturday, and we've, really emphasised again the importance of Wednesday in terms of making better decisions at those key moments. And if we do that, then we give ourselves a really good chance. I don't think there's a great deal between the two teams. I think it's going to be a very close affair again, like most of the games are in this league. But there's a hell of a lot at stake for both teams, and we've got some very, very good players in that dressing room who are more than capable of turning it on, and hopefully we see that on Wednesday.
Stephen Fletcher available?
We'll have to make a late decision on Fletch. Obviously he was a big loss on Saturday, but we're going to give him every chance to be available for Wednesday.
Jim, you're talking about the players not giving them a chance to feel sorry for themselves. You're not playing a Rangers or a Celtic. This is a Kilmarnock team that potentially Dundee United owe them. I mean, they knocked them out of the cups. They've given them a sore one in the league here as well. It's time for them really to get that victory.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, Kilmarnock are a good side, a well-organised team, and as you said there, in previous games have done very well against this team. But it doesn't matter what's happened in recent fixtures. Confidence and momentum and all this kind of carry on. Those can't be words that we use right now. We have to forget everything that's been in past, and we have to just focus on this one game. And all we're asking from the players is to go out there on Wednesday night, run through brick walls for each other, give everything for the cause, and be able to look at each other after the game and know that they done everything they could to go and win the game. And I think if we do that, then we give ourselves a very, very good chance. We have got real quality players. Everybody is aware of the fact that there's some really good technical players in that dressing room. The fact of the matter is we haven't been able to bring it all together in recent games. We have to be more solid defensively. We have to make better decisions. We have to stop gifting teams unnecessary goals, and if we can get the first goal, I think that's always important in games like Wednesday night. But first and foremost, let's get back to keeping clean sheets and making life difficult for the opposition. And if we do that, then it's a good base to build from.
You talked about the experienced players, the talented players. You've also got, it was a very young bench, a young forward line. There's a chance for these young skillful players to really make a mark for this club over the next few games.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, Stephen Fletcher has led the line for most of the season and has been a very, key player, and probably, one of the more consistent members of the group throughout the course of the campaign. But, that's why you have a squad at the end of the day, and there's opportunities there when key players are missing, then somebody else needs to step in and carry the mantle, if you like, and that's what we've asked of Rory McLeod. Miller Thompson came on for the last 15 minutes of the game, or whatever it was, on Saturday against Livingston, done himself no harm at all. Peter Pollitt's back available again as well, another very good attacking option. So, listen, we've got good players. We, it's my job now to pick the best starting 11 available, pick a team that we believe is capable of getting the result, and that's what we'll do over the next 48 hours.
Jim, how easy on Wednesday night will it be to ignore what's happening elsewhere and just totally focus on United? Because there will be a lot of outside noise, won't there?
Yeah, of course there will, but I think as I said earlier, to a previous question, if you had offered me this position when I first came in, that we would be still in the fight with a chance to stay in the league, I think it's still very much in our hands in terms of if we go and take care of business on Wednesday night. We've proven already this season, even since I've been in, that we're capable of going to Fir Park and winning. So that has to be the mindset. But we can't get too far ahead of us thinking about Sunday. We have to focus on Wednesday. We have to be positive, and we have to play this game like it's a cup final. There's so much riding on it for everybody connected to the club, and we owe it to ourselves to give a better account of ourselves on Wednesday than what we have in the previous 3 games.
And you've told us about Stephen Fletcher. What's your other team news? Any other worries?
No other worries. No, everybody else is okay. Levitt got minutes on Saturday, which was good. Peter Pollock got minutes as well. First start for Glenn Middleton for a wee while as well. So no, we're doing okay.
What a time for Levitt to come back in, because he's real quality. He's just what you need.
Yeah, terrifically talented young player. One of the best young players in the Premier League last season, and unfortunately for one reason or another, it hasn't quite happened for him this season with different injuries and niggles. But a massive player and a key player for this group, and to have him available. Obviously, match fitness is not where it needs to be at, but we'll have a decision to make with regards to whether he starts the game or whether he comes off the bench. But that's a decision me and the staff will make.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.